And today, we are finally doing the Halloween movie video. So this is going to be a lot like my Sandra Bullock video, except I don't have it all organized in a chart. And I did not get through as many movies this year as I wanted to. So we're going to go through the ones that we actually watched and the ones that are on my list of Halloween movies. And that's what we will start, I guess. And it would be great if this was all super organized, but it's so not going to be, so good luck. Alright, so the first Halloween movie we watched this year was the Spirit Halloween movie on Amazon. And it was pretty bad. It was definitely meant to be like a children's horror movie. So it's not bad, but it's definitely more targeted towards like early middle school age kids, if I had to guess, is what it's targeted towards. And then so it wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen, but it's definitely more that age group. But it was pretty bad. And I also watched Swamp Thing, which I slept through, so I guess that doesn't really count. Very confusing plot. And then the first one that's actually written down that we watched was Tamara. And pretty much her classmate, and this is all gonna have spoilers. So good luck. So her classmates killed her on accident. And then since she was like a witch, kind of, so when she performed half of a ritual and then didn't have the balls to finish the ritual, and then by spilling her blood, they finished the ritual, and then she comes back after they buried her and torments them and gets them to like either die or things like that. And one of the girls who was there when she died was like, guys, we really should call the cops. It's not too late to call the cops. And they did not. They didn't let her. So it's very Jennifer's Body coded in the fact that it's Girly Pop getting revenge. The best part was the relationship between the teacher and the other teacher. Like, that was really sweet. They were adorable. The girl that looks kind of like Bianca Stratford in 10 Things I Hate About You, I looked it up, it's not the same actress, but she looks a lot like the other actress. She was good. And that girl's sweet boyfriend not wanting her to leave when he died, oh my heart. But besides that, not worth the watch. I mean, it's worth like a one-time type situation just to see what it's all about, but it's not really worth rewatching it. But those couple of parts were really sweet. So I gave it a 3. It's not the worst thing, but it's not really good. So I'm sorry if that's your favorite movie, but I implore you to check out Jennifer's Body. And then let's see. The next one is Teeth, which is pretty much a girl has teeth up in her places, and things get bitten when they're not supposed to be in there. So there's that, which is great. It's great that she kind of knows how to control it now, and that she has like a defense mechanism. That's great. But my initial thoughts while watching it, when she gets with that first boy who's like he's really nice, my first thing was in all caps, oh no, he's gonna lose his nose. And then right underneath that it says, actually, I hope he loses more than his nose. And boy, did he ever. So that was really fun. And then that was good. And then when the doctors are like, that's not worth putting back on, that was hilarious. That had my mother and I cackling. My next note was, I have lost all faith in men. Everybody she met was creepy. But it was It was so funny. And I know it's not supposed to be, kind of, but it was. Because people who deserved it were getting hurt, and I find joy in that. So, I gave it a 5. You should definitely watch it at least once. And then, like, don't watch it for, like, a couple of years and then watch it again and have the same experience all over. It was good. It was okay. Not bad. It was good-ish. You know. The next one was Secret Obsession, which I gave a 3 out of 10. So, the detective guy wraps a present for his dead, I think it was his daughter, every year, and that was heartbreaking. That whole closet, heartbreaking. Also, he's the Allstate guy. Allstate, you're in good hands. You know that guy in the commercials? He's that guy. We were like, why does his voice sound familiar? He's the Allstate guy. And then the creepy guy, when he was getting questioned, was going like this. Or when he was just doing something and he was nervously rolling his wrists trying to get like energy out. And I noticed that. I was like, dude, you are psychopathic. Not because he's rolling his wrists, but because he did a big bad thing. And then my next one is That's Cute, but he's a fucking psycho. So I don't exactly know what he did that was so cute, but he's psychotic. His voicemail doesn't have a last name. Something that happened next was really fucked up. And she's too okay at the end of the movie for what happened to her. So that's why it's so low. Like, it wasn't bad until she was just, like, magically fine. You know? And the fact that all those details, like, nobody was really picking up on it. I'm like, it's right in front of you. So that wasn't ideal. The next one was Beetlejuice. Unpopular opinion, I don't love Beetlejuice. I know it's a classic. I know it's, like, so big in pop culture. I get it. But also, it was just okay. My notes are, Lydia is an icon, and I love her. She's great. Poor dog and poor couple. I'm assuming that was roughly when they drove off the bridge. Or whatever they drove off of. Like, that was really sad. They deserved better. And my last one is, I still don't think that I like it. I mean, it's a cool concept. It's definitely a cool concept. But, and it's not even that, like, the visuals were bad or anything. It was just a meh movie. It's still ranked higher than anything else on this list so far, but it's just not my favorite. Sorry. So I gave it a 5 or 6 out of 10. It was okay. It's not one that I need to squeeze in every year. I feel like the second one, which I have not seen, but the second one, that's like a promo for the second one. It's a Fanta with Jenna Ortega's face on it. It's not my. I feel like the second one, the sequel, is like fan service. Kind of. Like, I know it's like a continuation after Lydia has a kid. I get that. That makes sense. I'm glad that they kept like the same. That makes sense. Everything's good. Solid. But I feel like the only reason I watched that movie is because Jenna Ortega's in it. I really love her. She's amazing at what she does. Obviously Winona Ryder and Catherine O'Hara, but it's just, I didn't like the first one, so I have mediocre hopes for the second one. One day I'm gonna watch it, and Jenna Ortega's in it, and that might bump it up a little bit for me, depending on how good it is. It might bump it up, or if it's really bad, it might keep the score the same. Because I love her movies, she's phenomenal. But I'm not a fan of Beetlejuice. The next one is Spooky Buddies, which is, Air Bud. It's the spin-off with the puppies. Like I think Airbud's like their dad, I guess technically in the lore, and then the buddies are the puppies, but obviously, and there's like a whole series based on it, like the Santa Paw, like it's kind of like that. So it's the Halloween, obviously the Halloween themed one. I also give this one a 5 out of 6. It's cute. There's so many old Disney kids because it's an old Disney movie, so it's like oh no, I forgot her name. I feel terrible. I want to say her name's Olivia, which is my name, but I don't know. But the Olive from Ant Farm, she's in it. Her name can't be Olivia then. And there's another kid that's in it. There's at least 2 other ones that are side characters as well in old Disney. And by old Disney, I mean like 2010 Disney, because that for me is my Disney, not whatever it is now. So it's a lot of Disney kids. It's really family friendly. They're just so cute. The dogs are adorable. But also, who just lets their dogs roam the town like those kids do? Like, that seems irresponsible. Like, I get it's for the plot. They are sentient. Obviously, dogs are sentient. But, like, they're, like, talking dogs. Like, we are in... Well, okay, they don't talk. They talk to each other. And we can understand them talking to each other because this is a children's movie. But they can't... They can't talk to the people, you know? So they talk amongst themselves. It's cute. The Halloween Hound is a good plot line. Poor Pip. And the old man is really sweet. Pip and the old man, adorable. So that's definitely a good family one if you're looking for something to watch with like younger kids or even like older. Older's fine. It's cute. It's definitely cute. It's dogs. You can't really go wrong. Then we have Darkness Falls, which is like the evil Tooth Fairy movie. My mom was like, hey, we could watch Darkness Falls. And she's been saying that for years. Like, hey, you want to watch Darkness Falls? I'd be like, no, I'd like to sleep. And then we watched it and it was horribly bad. I have so many notes. Horribly bad. So if you want to watch it, go do that now and then come back here and just absolutely tear it apart with me. Okay? Because my first note is nobody wanted to listen to Homeboy. So I'm assuming that means nobody wanted to listen to the guy who was like, hey, Tooth Fairy, he ate my mom. So I'm assuming that's what that meant. And then Girly has been obsessed with him for 12 years with no contact. That's a little strange. Police station? Nah, we don't have one anymore. Because it blew up. That end credit music doesn't match the vibe. It's like an apology for sitting through the movie so you feel a little bit better about yourself walking out of the theater. It wasn't good. But like upbeat end credit music, I guess. So it's not nearly as traumatizing as my mama made it out to be. And then after that first music, the music picks up again with another high beat something. And my next note is, he really just deep fried her with his wick shirt, huh? It feels like the Tooth Fairy should have been eating people with the Gormagon dentures from Bones instead of just slicing and dicing. You know, because she was like slashing people to kill him. But it feels like, you know, the Gormagon segment of Bones, it feels like with all the teeth that she's collected, she should have... Like, it should have something to do with the teeth, and it doesn't. And that was a letdown. I feel like she should have had dentures made out of other people's teeth. And that's how she eats people. That would make more sense than the slicing and dicing. So Homeboy, which is the main character, I don't know what his name is, looks like Andrew Garfield and that guy from Psych's love child. I don't know the guy from Psych's name. I'm sorry. But, like, you know the guy. That guy. It looks like him and Andrew Garfield had a baby. I thought it was that guy. Oh, this is really fucked up. I thought that the guy, the main character, was just too bad of an actor that he stopped acting. Turns out he fucking died. I felt really bad about that. I still feel really bad about that. That wasn't very cool of me, but also I did not know he was deceased. I just thought that this movie really downward spiraled his career, and then it turns out, oh no, he's just deceased. I'm so sorry. But then I looked up into it further. So he died, right? And then my next note is, oh my god, they really did get him in his sleep. He died in his sleep, which is when the tooth fairy comes to eat you, allegedly. Um, and that's why you need to have lights on all the time, because otherwise she's gonna eat you and she can't go near the light. So that's why. They got him in his sleep, and then we were like, that's crazy. So do with that information what you will. I'm not a super great person. He died. So sorry. So we watched Totally Killer, which was also on Amazon. I gave it a solid 7, and it says that solid 7, not just a regular 7. I really enjoyed it. It's kind of like, it's like Riverdale mixed with Back to the Future. And I'm not just saying that because her dad is Betty's dad from Riverdale. I'm saying that because like the vibes are the same, you know? Um so sometimes it's a little cringy. A little bit. But like it's like she has to time travel to save her mom and her mom's friends, you know? She does not really do a fantastic job at that, but she tries really hard. And turns out her mom comes back to life, but then things are all messed up. But it's actually really good. So if you like Back to the Future, you'll probably like Totally Killer. It's worth a shot. Girly Pop and her best friends are badass. I mean, come on, they invented time travel. And there's definitely a lot of funny bits in there. So go ahead and watch it. It's set I think 2023 is when it's set in the present, and then if you throw it back to the 80s, 90s, one of those, I think it's 87 she goes back to. And then yeah, no, it's good. So that's what it's good. You should try it. Batman versus Dracula, which is like the Batman, the little kids TV show movie about Dracula. It's a 5 out of 10. I personally believe that the Batman TV show is very underrated. That is something my brother and I watched aggressively as children. It's really good Batman content for little kids and adults. Like, it's just good. Like, it's well done. And this one is an interesting Halloween-y premise. It throws in Joker, Penguin, and Dracula. I think are the main people. And I like how Bruce has a tiny piece of hair sticking out of his head that looks like a bat ear. And that's during his interview with Vicky. And it sticks up like here, and his front piece is like here, so it kind of looks like he's got bat ears, and it was very fun. So you should watch that. It's good for kids. Especially if the kids like Batman and Halloween. It's a good one. Obviously everything works out in the end because it's for children and it's Batman. So he's got things handled, you know. It's a fun movie. A good, easy hour-ish watch, you know. Then we watched The Babysitter, which is on Netflix. I gave it a 7 out of 10. My first note, so the premise of that one, I keep forgetting to put the premise of the movies. I don't think I've done horrible, I don't know. So Babysitter is pretty much, his babysitter is in a cult, and he wakes up during the ritual because he didn't take the sleeping drugs. And so one by one he picks off the cult members, and he's like a child because he still needs a babysitter. So the kid is totally badass. He's very good at what he does. I love how the jock is, which is, oh, I want to say his name's Robbie Amell, but it might not be, because there's like 3 guys who look the same. But you know the guy, right? I think he's the second live action Fred. So like from the Scooby-Doo The Mystery Begins and Curse of the Lake Monster movies. I think he's that Fred. I think that's the same guy that is the jock in this. I think. And so I love how the jock is so supportive while also being absolutely unhinged and trying to kill the kid. He's like, there we go, buddy. You're getting it. You're getting good. That was impressive. Go stand up for yourself. I'll wait to kill you till after you go stand up for yourself. He was very supportive. Very psychopathic, but very supportive. I don't understand why the babysitter killed innocent people for sacrifices instead of, like, criminals. Because, like, they harvest the blood from the kids while they're asleep, but they don't kill the kids normally. So why would they kill just, like, regular high school kids, you know? You know? Like, why not, like, lure in some, like, really, like, psychopathic people? You know? And just... instead of, like, the nerdy teenager. I didn't understand that part. But it's a pretty entertaining movie. Besides the part where the mom is giving the dad a hand job. That's awkward to watch with your parents. But it's like 5 seconds. You'll be okay. I was okay. You'll be okay. And then we watched Babysitter Killer Queen, which I gave a 7.5 out of 10. I love Jenna Ortega. This one is better than the first one, but you have to watch the first one to be able to watch the second one. And I love Jenna Ortega, so I've watched the first one, like, a couple of times. Like, almost 5, maybe 5 times now. And the second one about that, too, you know? I love Bee's character arc in this one. She's a very good demon. We love her. She's a girl boss. The kid is still badass, even though now he's a teenager. And I love the plot twist of his bestie. The actress is so good at making me hate her. Like, it's just so well done. Like, she's good. She's good. She's got that switch flipped. And it's definitely better than the first one. I'm trying not to give away the plot, but, like, pretty much the cult comes back. And I think I already gave away the plot. So, like, watch it. You should watch it. Forget everything I said and go watch it and then come back. And then Dracula Untold, I gave an 8 out of 10. It's a great concept and take on Dracula. I really liked that. It's a good story. Luke Evans is such a great actor. He kills as always. I hate that the wife had to die. It breaks my soul. I hated this movie and did not want to watch it for years because I knew that the wife died. And then we watched it again this year and I'm like, he loved her so well. And then she died. It hurts. It's horrible. It hurts. Pretty much this Dracula is like king, you know, and he has to protect his people. So he takes on being Dracula, and as long as he doesn't drink blood, then he doesn't fully turn into Dracula, and he has to wait like 3 days without drinking blood or whatever, or a week or something. And if he does that, then he completes his mission against his enemies and then gets to maintain his humanhood. And now we're gonna hit some real big spoilers here, okay? Ready? His wife tells him to drink her blood as her dying wish so he can go save their son. And then he dies as well, and then he gets reincarnated, and it's a whole big thing. But, like, he worked so hard to not drink blood for her and for his family, just to have no other choice in the end, and that just, it's so bad. He was doing so good at blood fasting. And then I don't like that he got brought back to life. I don't like that his weird little servant guy who met him in the woods brought him back. I think they should have just stayed dead together. Like, I think his kid should have been king, And I think that ew. I think that they should have just let them be dead together and let me just have them be happy somewhere else together, instead of having him come back and her body be back and it's her reincarnated, I guess, technically, and he's just there and he doesn't age, and then the bad guy's still there, which isn't the bad guy, it's just the vampire that made him Dracula, because it's Vlad the Impaler. It's like the Vlad the Impaler Dracula. But then, like, the other guy who's like, you're gonna owe me, and then it's time to owe him, and he just got his wife back, and it's just, I can't. I shouldn't have set it up for a sequel. It's heartbreaking, and I don't absolutely love it, but it's really good, and I highly recommend it. That's my last note on that movie. So, it's good. It's just hurts really bad. It's really good action Halloween movie, though. So, there's that. The next one is Twitches and Twitches 2. I ranked both of them a 5. They're both family fun. Like, it's good for everybody. It's definitely got some plot holes. There are some things that don't add up, and I don't remember what those things are because I didn't write them down. But there are some things that are like, that logic doesn't make sense. Genuinely, even for a Disney movie, that logic doesn't make sense. It's a goofy, fun movie, and it's cute. And I've always wanted those necklaces and those pretty dresses that the mom wears. But it's cute. It's sweet. The parents are all really supportive. The second one is the same. The second one definitely has plot holes, and it's especially relating to the exile. Not entirely sure what I meant by that, but that one's also cute. And I hate the fact that they had to recast Ileana, because as a kid I was like, she's not the same lady. Where is his wife? Who is this lady? And then it turns out he calls her by the same name, and I'm like, sir, that's not your wife. That's not your girlfriend, wife, fiance, whatever you are now. That's the wrong one. Did you know that? Did you know that that's the wrong one? I was not very happy about that as a kid. And then the last note is, I always wanted to launch my sibling into the wall on one of those folding bed things, because that looked funny to me. So then we watched all 4 Halloween Town movies. So pretty much Family of Witches is pretty much the premise of the whole series. And then things obviously go wrong, and there's plot for each one. As a kid, my favorite one was the 4th one. Hear me out. My favorite one was the 4th one. I thought that the lady was really pretty, so that was my favorite. But then I was like, it's not the same Marnie, but maybe I can separate it in my head, because obviously that recast was horrendous. That one hurt my soul. Even as a kid, I was like, you're not the same. You're really pretty, but you're not the same, and that's not going to distract me. But I really did like that one, because it was like such an interesting concept to be in college. As a kid, I was like, that sounds fun. Now I'm like, absolutely not. Obviously, the first one's always going to be like the best and like the most iconic and the most, I feel like the most amount of world building is always done in the first one, but they did a really good job with the world building. Like, they totally just said, hey, everybody, go to your nearest Halloween store and grab something to wear for like background actors and stuff. But it was cute. All of them are really cute. My favorite one when I got a little bit older was the 3rd one, because like, again, the high school thing was really like a good concept, and I thought that the pink elf was really pretty. She's still really pretty. If I had a Hear Me Out cake, she'd be on it. You know, like, she's pretty. The second one stressed me out. There's so many signs that they did not see that. I was like, hey, that's suspicious. Sorry, it's been a long day. It's cute. It's family fun. Definitely should watch it at least once a year, if not every other year. You know, I get that as you get older, your tastes change and stuff. And I feel like we've watched Halloween Town a lot, and it's kind of like on the downward spiral for me. But it's still really cute. Like, I don't hate it by any means. I didn't give it a rating. I'm gonna rate it a 6, just because I know there's ones that I love. But I feel like if I give like the whole thing a 6, it's good plot. I was really rooting for Marnie and the troll though, but it's cool that the actress for Marnie and Calabar's son, they're like married in real life, and that's really fucking cool. I know that they're like enemies, but like that's cute. And then we watched Ernest Scared Stupid, which is pretty much like evil child soul sucking trolls. It's definitely an older children's movie, and by older I mean like 10 ish, 10 to like 13 might get a kick out of it. Obviously I'm an adult. It's not bad. It's definitely not. Ernest is Ernest, and Ernest is got a couple of screws missing. And by missing, I mean he never had them. But he still thinks that they're somewhere. I give it a 4 out of 10. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen. It's really not. The power of friendship saves the day. But like literally not like we have to work together. It's literally just the troll needs a hug. And then everything's fine. So I'm not a huge fan, but you should watch it once, see how it is. It's a really gross looking troll, like a really boogery, like the troll costume was impressive. But he really just lets all his children get eaten. And then we watched The Frighteners, which I gave a 5 out of 10. And my only note is yucky romance all around. So pretty much the first guy who dies, which is like the lady's husband, dies. It seems like he was mean to her, and she was kind of mean back, but like it seems like he was mean to her and like kind of controlling, and that's bad. That's bad. Don't do that. And then Michael J. Fox's character really just swoops right in and is like, oh, love you. I want you. Your husband just died, and I'm gonna get in them pants. What? Why? Her husband just died, and you're talking to him. And that was gross. And then she was really into it, and I'm like, girl, your husband did just die. Even if you were in an unhappy relationship, you're not falling right into a new one right after that. You gotta like be your own person a little bit, maybe, possibly. Get your shit back together. You know. The timetable was crazy on that. So it's just gross romance. The side character ghosts were actually really interesting. I want to call him the cowboy one, but I don't think he really was a cowboy. But like the old western type of guy. And the other two that like tackled the big bad ghost. You know? And then the serial killer couple. Ugh. Crazy. Ugh. I didn't like this one. I think it should be lower than a 5 because it was really not good. I'll get like 3 to 5, I guess, will be my rating, but I didn't like it. I really hate movies with cheating. So bad. And that felt like emotional cheating. So, easy. And then we watched Tower of Terror. I love Tower of Terror. I'm sorry, but I'm a slut for a subtle romance side plot. A slut. I can't. It's the best. I love it. I love how they can just throw in like little like brushes of the shoulder and like things like that, and then you can like pick up on it and you're like, I see what you're doing, and that's really cute. Those are my favorite parts of movies, is those little things. If it's a side plot, you get a lot of those little things because that's all the development that they get. Okay, so I love the subtle romance side plot in the two I don't want to call them middle aged, but like 30-year-old ghosts. I hate the older sister. How the fuck did she? How could she do that to her little sister? First off, that's wild. Kirsten Dunst is great as always, and I really do like Steve Guttenberg movies. His character in this one annoyed the shit out of me though. Like he was okay, but like he was really like, oh, my career that's been dead. I have to go back. I cannot help these people that I just agreed to help. Literally 3 seconds ago we were on our way to do that, but now I have this offer. I'm like, guy, are you serious? You are so even if it is to better your career, you can either do both or wait till the next business day. And even if you can't, this is more important. These are people, not fabrications. It annoyed me. His character annoyed me. I do really like his movies though, like Police Academy and It Takes Two were really good. This one I did not love. Oh, and he's also in Three Men and a Baby. But his character, and he's also in Casper Spirited Beginning. His character in that one pisses me off too. But I don't like his character in this one. But I really do love the movie. And the new hotel manager and his grand dudes. Oh, so sweet. My grandson's got this. Yeah. But yeah, no, that romance side plot. Oh, so good. Okay, so if I had to rate Tower of Terror, I would give. So it's pretty much like ghosts in a hotel. And I have to get the ghosts to the afterlife before a certain time on Halloween. I'm gonna rank this one like a 9. I love it. It's good. I can't help it. It's good. So I'm gonna rank that one a 9. Alright, now I have to switch over to the list because I stopped writing them down at that point. And we'll just go to the top. This list is in kind of categories. So we have the first one. The first category is witches. So we have practical magic. I love practical magic. It's a Sandra Bullock classic. It's a Nicole Kidman classic. Subtle romance side plot. I'm gonna give that one a 9 as well. It's sister witches who need to kill her sister's abusive ex, and then he comes back. And then they get possessed. It's a whole thing. You should totally go watch. Love that movie. It's very 90s whimsigoth. If you know what that means, good. It's great aesthetic. And then Hocus Pocus. I, again, really like Hocus Pocus. The girlfriend is hot. I really like that dress that she's in the beginning. Love that dress. It's very Pirates of the Caribbean Elizabeth Swann of her. Glorious. I also really like the outfits and stuff. It's so good. It's a good concept, you know? So I'm gonna give that one an 8. It's family fun. Very pop culture. It makes me think of my English teacher in 9th and 11th grade. Every single time I think about Hocus Pocus, it's one of her favorite movies. So shout out Miss Christie. Love you. You're my favorite. You will forever be tied in my mind as Hocus Pocus and the Princess Bride. She had like the Pope guy on a magnet on her whiteboard, and it says marriage is what brings us. It was good. She's iconic. I remember asking her what she thought about the second one. She's like, yeah, it was okay. I'm like, yeah, it was okay. The best part of the second one is the Roombas, the Broomies. Oh, that's so cute. But honestly, I was like, yeah, did they really need to come back again? Like, really? It's not the worst in the world, but the first one I'll give like an 8. It should probably be ranked higher, but like, I'm not gonna rank it higher. It's gonna get a solid 8. Like, I like it, I do. It's just not as good as some of the other ones. The Craft, love The Craft. That one's like, again, teenagers messing around with witchcraft. I like that one. I did not get to watch it this year. I also didn't get to watch Practical Magic yet either, but I'm gonna watch them both. Obviously, it's only November, but I'm gonna give The Craft a 7 because I know I didn't used to like it, but then I was like, I changed my mind. This is actually really good. So The Craft is like a 7, if not higher, you know. But I feel like I can't rank it higher than Hocus Pocus because Hocus Pocus is a classic. The Craft is also kind of classic, but you know, I love it. Double Double Toil and Trouble is the Olsen twins when they were little. That one's family fun for everyone. My brother really likes the guy in the bowler hat. So I'm going to give that one like a 4 just because I'm not the demographic anymore. I used to really like that movie a lot, but I'm just not the demographic anymore. The story is cute though. I think. Maybe. I don't know. And then we already went over Halloween Town. We already went over Twitches. Harry Potter kind of counts. I like Harry Potter, but I feel like it shouldn't count for the purpose of this. So, I don't know. And then we have the scary movie category. So we have Scream, which I also did not get to watch this year. We were so far behind on Halloween movies. It's ridiculous. I love Scream so much. I feel like I have to give that one a 9. Because that's what I gave Practical Magic, right? I gave Practical Magic a 9, so I have to give Scream a 9. I've only seen the first 4, which is the... Oh, what's her name? What's her name? I don't know her name. I know her name, but I can't get there. I don't know. Whatever her name is. It's the original 4 movies. I've never seen 5 or 6, which is so disappointing. I know 5 is on Netflix right now, so I'm gonna watch it, but I have to watch the other ones first, you know? You know how it goes. I have to watch them in order. But Jenna Ortega's in those, so I'm gonna love those too. But I really do. I like Scream. And I've liked Scream for like a long time. I wasn't able to go to Spirit Halloween this year either, which is so disappointing because I wanted a Scream mask to put on my wall. But alas, I did not go, and therefore I cannot have a ghost face mask. Unfortunate. Halloween, also never... I've seen it, but I didn't get to see it this year. So I'm gonna give it like a 7. It's like, I want to say she's a babysitter too, but I'm not entirely confident in that. I've seen, I think the first 4. I've seen up to the ones with the little girl. Obviously, the first one is the best. I feel like they kind of lose the plot a little bit after that. So I'm going to give Halloween like a 7. I feel like that's fair. Coraline is a really fucked up movie that I haven't watched in years. It's marketed as kids, but it's also really not for kids, so I would say like teenagers. And I'm gonna say that I'm probably gonna get a 5. Just because I haven't watched it, so I can't really speak on it that well. Nightmare on Elm Street, I've seen the first 2. I know there are more, but I've seen the first 2. Oh god. I like Nightmare on Elm Street. Again, nobody's listening to Homegirl about the thing in the dreams. It's like the Tooth Fairy thing again. I'm gonna give it a. What am I gonna give it? What did I gave Halloween a 7, so I guess I'll give Nightmare on Elm Street a 7, just because it's a cult classic, you know. And the first one has Johnny Depp. I mean, come on. And the deaths are so gory. I feel like that's fine. They can get a 7. Friday the 13th. I've only seen the first 2, I think. For some reason, it gives me Dirty Dancing vibes. It's probably just because it's at a camp in the summer. To be totally honest with you, that's probably all it is. And like the time period that it's set, it's like 60s. So I guess that makes sense. But I like Friday the 13th. It's not bad or anything. I'll watch it when there's a Friday the 13th. But really, we should only be watching it Friday the 13th in, I think it's June or July. That's technically when the Jason Voorhees' birthday is. So I'll also give that one a 7 just because it's a cult classic, you know? Like, you can't not ever watch it. You have to watch it at least once. I've never seen any of them. It's on the list to watch, but we just never get there. So I can't rate it. I'm sorry. I liked Coraline when I was little. That's why it's on the list, because I've definitely seen it, and I used to like it, and then I was like, this is scary, and then we haven't made it back to full circle yet. So I can't speak on it, because I've never seen it. But I feel like that's also a classic, so we should all try it. Trick or Treat, we watched that one. It's like the little potato sack head kid with like his lollipop shank. That movie sucked. Like a 2. Like, it was bad. Watch it if you want, but it was bad. Okay? And then Jennifer's Body. I love Jennifer's Body. Megan Fox is hot. I mean, Amanda Seyfried is also really pretty. But Megan Fox in the movie is supposed to be hot. And, like, Needy is supposed to be, like, a nerd. You know? It's so good. I get that it's supposed to be, like, I guess camp is legally what it's called. I like it a lot. She's a man-eater. And, like, that's iconic. Too bad she doesn't eat, like, bad people. Again, like, I'd rather her eat bad people. But the concept is just so good. And it's well executed in this movie. Tomorrow was not well executed. This one was well executed. So, I really liked that one. Oh, so I have to rate it. In a 7 or an 8. It's good. You should try it. It's good. The Shining. I really did not like The Shining. Like, at all. Like, I'll rate it a 3. Because, like, it was just... Ooh, you know? Like, it wasn't overly scary. I thought after all the build-up of, like, I watched the Sam and Colby Stanley Hotel series, and I watched Ghost Investigations there. And, like, I was like, it seems like a spooky spot. It must be real spooky for people to go there, and it's based on The Shining. That's where The Shining was come up with, and I feel like that should work. And it just... I mean, the concept is crazy. Like, you just slowly lose your mind. You form out of the person that you were 10 seconds ago. But he was also always a mean asshole. So, like, is that really just the ghost getting to him, or is he just snapped? I think he just snapped. Which makes it a psycho movie. And not really a ghost movie, which I get it's supposed to be, like, more a psycho movie. But, like, the influence of the hotel is what got him there. Which is... whatever. But, like... it was just not worth watching it again for me. It's just not. Carrie, I like Carrie. It's very in the same vein of Jennifer's Body, where it's like revenge, you know? So, and for some reason when I think Carrie, I think of Cheryl Blossom from Riverdale. I think there's a Carrie episode of Riverdale, and I think that's why I get there in my brain. But I like Carrie. I do. I think I'll give it a 6. Haven't watched it in a while, but I think I'll give it a 6. Same thing with Christine, which is the one about the demon car. I feel like I like it, but I'll give it a 6 because I can't really remember. I'll give it a 5 because I can't remember, but I think it's in that same vein. From Hell is the Jack the Ripper Johnny Depp movie. Love that movie. Gonna give it a 9. Love it so much. Is glorious. The Subtle Romance, man, and the Goodbye Sweet Prince. Oh my god, it's so good. I love it. I love it so much. I can't not love it. It's Johnny Depp, and it's so good. It's so good. You should definitely go watch it. I don't know if it's on any streaming services right now. I own the DVD. I found it at a thrift store, and I was like, I have to have it. Have to, because it was on a streaming service, and then it was not anymore, and I was like, no. So I found the disc at a thrift shop, and I was like, thank you. Let's see. The Secret Window is another Johnny Depp movie where he's like a writer, and there's a window in his attic, and a murder happens, and he's like, I don't know, I can't figure out how to do this, and it was somebody he knew very well the entire time. So you should totally go watch that one, because that one's really fucked up and really dark and scary. Like, it's fucked up. Like, that's a real psycho movie. I liked it though, so I'm gonna give it a 7. So that's a Johnny Depp movie too. Totally Killer, we already went over that one. Werewolf at Night was like a Disney thing. It was not worth watching. It was just not. My dad slept through it. My brother and I were like, oh no. It wasn't worth watching. Personally, if that's your style, go for it. Just not mine. And now we're in the animated category. This one starts with Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I mean, how can you not like Charlie Brown? You know? It's Charlie Brown. Haven't watched it in a while. But, like, it's Snoopy. It's Peanuts. Like, you can't... I'll give it a 6, just because it's not my demographic anymore, for the most part. It's fun. It's family fun for everybody, but it's just not my... It's not the end of the world if we can't squeeze that one in, you know? Nightmare Before Christmas, I'm pretty sure that's, like, more of a Christmas movie than it is a Halloween movie, and I haven't watched it in years, and I hate the fact that because I like Halloween, everybody just assumes that I like that movie when I haven't watched it in over a decade. Sorry that got aggressive real fast, but I have so much Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, and I don't like that movie. It's not bad. It's just nowhere near my favorite. And people just are like, well, she likes Halloween, so we're just gonna get her this Halloween movie because why not? Like, no, I don't like that one. It's not bad. The dog is cute. I haven't watched it in over a decade. I'm not even sure what happens in it anymore. So how can that be something that you think I like if I haven't watched it in over a decade? That makes me mad. There are so many things that I like that I talk about, like, all the time. And somehow people just... That's what they come to... Like, do they listen? And sometimes it's before I get to tell them that I don't like that movie. But also, if I've said it, and then it happens again, and I'm just like, guys, come on. But I'm sure it's great. It's like a stop motion, right? It's, is it Tim Burton? Or is it just in the same vein as Tim Burton ones? I can't remember. But it's there. You could watch it. That's just the only thoughts I have. That one just makes me mad for other reasons. I'm sure it's a great movie. Monster House, haven't watched that one in a while either, but like the house is like evil and the 3 kids go into it and the scary next door neighbors in it, and I don't really remember, so I'm gonna give it a 4 because I don't remember. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, iconic. Terror Time Again, iconic. You know who else would be on my Hear Me Out cake? Jacques, the boat driver, in both human and werewolf cat form. He's hot. Sorry. And Lena's pretty too, but like the cat guy. And I don't like cats. I'm allergic to cats. I can't do cats. It's an iconic movie, Scooby-Doo. I guess I'm gonna give that one a 9 too. I can't give anything a 10 because my things change so often. So 9 is probably the highest, really, that I'm gonna go. But you can't. The soundtrack is good. The plot is good. It's real monsters. It's not like it's real. 9, glorious. Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. You can't rank the Hex Girls low. I won't let you because it's the Hex Girls and they are glorious. Okay? So let's put that one also at a 9. Okay? That's one that you have to watch every year. It's such an interesting concept. Like Scooby movies. I love that first couple of years of Scooby movies is so good. And then you can tell the ages of the Scooby movies by like the outfits that they're wearing. Because like you have the really old ones where it's like the Scooby-Doo meets Batman. Like those ones are like the older ones. The Harlem Globetrotter one, the Boo Brothers. Those ones are like the old ones. And those are like the TV ones. And then, and then you have like the Zombie Island, the Witch's Ghost, Alien Invaders, Cyber Chase. Those ones you can tell by the clothes that they're not all the same outfit every time, but they're also kind of the same outfit every time. But it's not the same outfit that you see in What's New Scooby-Doo or Scooby-Doo Where Are You or Mystery Incorporated or that one with Scooby and Shaggy. Like I really like Scooby-Doo, okay? Goblin King, also iconic. Their gang isn't really together much in that one. The concept is amazing. That fairy is adorable. The Goblin King is kind of fine. So I'm gonna give that one an 8 just because I don't love that one as much as I love the other two. It's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. It's a good movie. It's just not as good as the other ones, you know? And then we have Scooby-Doo Franken Creepy, which I'm just not a huge fan of that one, to be totally honest. We get some good funny Fred action in that one though. The Daphne being fat in the fat suit plot line is kind of fucked up. You know, so like it's not my favorite. I'll give that one a 5 just because I really don't like that one. We have Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo, which is I think a Scooby-Doo episode, if I'm being so for real. I think it's the one with the robot scarecrows, but I'm not entirely sure, so don't quote me on that. But it's like the corncob princess one, if that makes sense. There's Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo, which I don't remember what that one is. Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School, I love that movie so much. It's not... We have the disc somewhere, but I haven't been able to find it recently. So, I love that one, though. It's like all the little kids of monsters at school, and I think they're all little girls. That's why it's called Ghoul School. It's like an all-girls ghoul school, and but it might not be. I haven't watched it in a while because I haven't found the disc. But I really like that one. So I'm going to give that one a 9 as well, because I know that one slaps. And it's mostly just Scooby and Shaggy. I think it might only be Scooby and Shaggy, but I love it. Okay. The Boo Brothers is like old Southern house. Like, you know, like the plantation-y type ones, colonial ones. Is that what those are called? It's good, I think. It's been a while, so I'll give that one a 6 just because I'm not sure. The Reluctant Werewolf, I'm sure is good because it's Shaggy as a werewolf. So I'll give that one a 6 too. Haven't watched that one in a while. Scared Shrekless, again, haven't seen it in a while, but it's Shrek, so I give it a 9. The Corpse Bride, I know it's Johnny Depp. I know it's all across media and it's iconic. I don't like that he's like entertaining the thought about dating the corpse. I know he's not trying to, but he's also trying not to die. I mean, I get it. Kind of. But it's a musical and I'm not into musicals all that much, so I'm very sorry. However, It's just not my favorite, so I give it a 5. I'm sorry. It's stop motion. Um, it's okay. I just not into musicals. We tried watching it while we were making gingerbread cookies, like cutting them out, and I'm like, guys, what? You look away, and then something. It's a whole thing. Not into it. We already went over Batman vs. Dracula. Scruff's Halloween is a little kid's dog movie for Halloween. I don't know. I haven't watched it in a while, so I'm gonna give it I can't speak on it because I don't know. It's one of my brother's favorites though, so I'm gonna go with it's probably good and it's probably family fun for everybody. Okay. Scary Godmother, and then there's like Scary Godmother Returns or something. Is children's spooky but not actually scary movie. That's family fun. Definitely for younger families though, like younger family fun. Alvin and the Chipmunks Wolfman and Alvin and the Chipmunks Frankenstein, both very good. I give them a 7. I just like that they're like, guys, we gotta kill the Wolfman, and the Wolfman's our little brother. And also, I like that they're friends with Frankenstein. So they get a 7. Okay? And then we're in the comedy spoof movie section. Alright? The first one is Scary Movie. I've only ever seen the first one where the girl he comes so hard. She gets stuck to the ceiling. Okay? I watched that with my friend group at a time where I had a friend group. I watched it with them. And half the women went in the house to avoid watching it. And me and my best friend, we stayed out there, traumatized. And then the next year, she came home and our plans fell through because it rained, because we couldn't go to the haunted thing that we were going to go. So she came home from college, and so we instead watched Scary Movie again, just because. Traumatized. It was funny, though. So not for kids, not even remotely for kids. Don't get Scary Movie and Scream confused. I know Scary Movie is a Scream spoof, however, don't get them confused. I've already been talking for an hour. I'm so sorry. We're getting there. So maybe a good movie to watch, like, if you're looking for something ridiculous and it's Halloween, Scary Movie. Something's beeping outside. We already went over Ernest. Hubie Halloween. We haven't watched it yet. Upsetting. In the best way to describe Hubie Halloween, it's an Adam Sandler movie. I love Adam Sandler movies. But the best way to describe it is the Halloween version of Grown Ups. Because I know he tries to work all of his friends into all of his projects. Keeping everybody employed and stuff. And it's fun to work with your friends. However, Grown Ups is one of the movies of his that doesn't really have a plot besides friends hanging out. And the Hubie Halloween has somewhat of a plot, but it's mostly just like an excuse to have everybody he's ever worked with in it, and it's in memory of Cameron Boyce, and therefore it gets. Oh, I didn't rank Scary Halloween. Hold on. Scary Movie gets like, it's bad. Let's give that a 4. But Hubie Halloween, it gets Hubie Halloween. I love that it's dedicated to Cameron Boyce. He died young and unexpected, and that's fucked up. I know that's fucked up. I've had people do that, and it's fucked up. So I know he didn't do it on purpose. That's not what's fucked up about it. And just like the fact that he didn't get to live longer is the fucked up part. Okay? That's what I meant. I realize now that's not what it sounded like, but that's what I meant. And I love that he got like everybody in on it, and people who worked with Cameron, and God, I'm gonna have to give it a 9. Like, it's just sentimental, My boyfriend doesn't love that movie so much. My family loves that movie, though. So, that's okay. We cancel each other out. And we have more likes than dislikes, so we overrule. I like that one. We already went over Spooky Buddies. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Like I said, Slut for Soul Romance. Elvira's really fun. I really liked that movie. Haven't got a chance to watch it yet this year because a lot of my favorites got put on hold for ones that everybody would watch. So that means I have to watch them in my own time, which is fine. I just have to remember to actually do that. Elvira, I'm gonna give her a 7. Yeah, I'm gonna give her an 8. Just because I really like Elvira. It was good. Clue is in this one. It really shouldn't be. Clue is just like a murder mystery. Obviously, it's Clue. And then the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which I've never seen. I know Tim Curry dresses in drag, I think, but I've never seen it. One day I'll see it, and I'll let you know. But I feel like that's supposed to be campy, but I don't know. I can't speak on it, never seen it. And then we have assorted classics. So we went over Beetlejuice. The next one is Sleepy Hollow, which is, again, Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci. I like this one, don't love this one. I'm gonna give it a 7 because it's Sleepy Hollow. It's Headless Horseman. It's well done. It is. It's the first year I didn't sleep through it though, and I can't tell if this is because I'm tired or because I couldn't keep my interest that long. But it's good. You should try it. It's Sleepy Hollow. You know Sleepy Hollow, Headless Horseman. Therefore, try it. The Addams Family. I love Morticia and Gomez. Therefore, a 9. Has to have a 9. Mi amor, cara mia. Ah, it's so cute. I can't help, it's adorable. And Christopher Lloyd is good. My dad really likes Christopher Lloyd movies, so there's that. But Addams Family is just so good. And like Christina Ricci is glorious. As always, you know. I love that she is in Wednesday as well. That makes me happy. And then the second one, the dance that Morticia and Gomez do in the second one is a dance that Sophia and Tyler did for their wedding, which is Sophia Nygaard and Tyler Williams when they got married. And that was their choreographed first dance was the Morticia and Gomez dance from Addams Family Values, and that's super cute. So I think of them every time I watch Addams Family. Goosebumps, which we're talking the Jack Black one here. The other one comes later. Goosebumps is family fun for everybody. Gonna give it like a 6. Not my favorite, but it's good. Gremlins, I've seen it once. So I'm gonna give it a 5 because I don't really know. Monster Squad, again, I like that the little girl befriends the Frankenstein. Like, I feel like Frankenstein is just... Because it's not Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein's monster. And everybody calls him Frankenstein. And in the book, he just wanted somebody to be his friend and somebody to love. And this creator was like, no, must not. And that's really fucked up. So I think Frankenstein's monster deserves better. And Frankenstein deserves to rot in hell. Okay? So Monster Squad, I didn't like that movie when I was little. And I refused to watch it. But it's one of my dad's favorites. So I'm going to give it an 8. Because it was actually not as bad as it was when I was a kid. Edward Scissorhands is Winona Ryder and Johnny Depp, and I did not like that movie all that much. I'm gonna give it a 4. Sorry. It's just not my favorite. It's not bad per se. It's just fucked up. Poor Scissorhands, you know? Like, it's sad. It's... The romance is weird. It's so fast. And, like, they didn't really need to make them romantically entwined. But I guess, like, he's never known the touch of a woman. So I guess, like, it's instantly like, ooh, you know? Like, something fancy. I don't know. It's just not my favorite. So, 4. When Good Ghouls Go Bad, again, another Christopher Lloyd movie. My dad likes it. I wasn't too fond of it, so I'm also gonna give that one like a 4. I was only half paying attention this year when we watched it, but I'm like, it's just not my favorite, so 4. Spookily the Square Pumpkin is family fun for everybody. It's the Square Pumpkin. My mama loves that one. I loved that one when I was little, so I'm gonna give that one a 5. Now we're in the ghost category. So obviously Ghostbusters. I've only ever seen the first one. It's iconic. Haven't really watched it much. Might have watched it once or twice. Gonna give it a 6. The Haunted Mansion, 9. Romance. Pining. It's giving Enchanted vibes, you know? Enchanted, like the Amy Adams, Patrick Dempsey, Enchanted. It gives that vibes, except this obviously came first, so technically Enchanted is giving Haunted Mansion vibes. But it makes me think of Enchanted every time I watch it, just because, like, the poisoning and, like, the evil help, and it's so good. Yeah, it's just so good. Go watch it. It's also kind of giving Phantom of the Opera, which it's a musical, so I never actually made it through that movie, but the dresses were gorgeous. So Haunted Mansion is a 9. The Haunted Mansion reboot was okay. I'm gonna give it a 6. Sorry, just not my favorite. Casper, we watched 2 Casper movies this year. We did not get to all 3. So Casper 1 with Christina Ricci and Bill Pullman. Again, the subtle romance. That man loved his wife. I give that one a 9 because I love that one. I love the house. I love the aesthetic. The Can I Keep You was kind of creepy. And the age gap between ghosts, and it's strange. But it's really cute, and I really do like Bill Pullman movies. He's very good at being a romantic interest. See While You Were Sleeping. Which I'm not going to put, I'm not editing this, so it's just pretend that the cover for While You're Sleeping went there. Love that, okay? Love that. Casper: A Spirited Beginning with Pauly Shore as the snivel? I think his name's Snivel. The side henchman. And Lori Loughlin and Steve Guttenberg. It's not great. The kid, iconic. The kid is so... He's like, I'm going to help Casper be a ghost because I like ghosts. I'm interested in ghosts. And nobody else cares I like ghosts. But this is a real ghost. I'm going to hang out with him. He's my best friend now. So for him, I'll rank it a 7. Although it should be ranked like a 4 or 5. Okay? The kid really brought that movie home, and it was pretty bad. And then we didn't get to Casper Meets Wendy. But that one's Hilary Duff, right? Hilary Duff. Is it Hilary Duff? It has to be. Right? We just didn't get to that one this year, so I can't really speak on that one because it's been a while since I watched it, but it's probably like a 5. I don't know. I haven't watched it in a while. Canterville Ghost with Sir Patrick Stewart and what's her name? It's the girl from Scream. I can't think of her name, and I'm so sorry. Haven't watched that one in a while. No, I like that one though for the aesthetics. Just never really knew what it was called. Gonna give it a 7, kind of confidently. Could be higher next year. Just don't remember. Hopefully this video will be put more together next year. You know, if I do this one again, anyway. Tower of Terror we already went over. Now we're in the vampire section. Okay, The Lost Boys, iconic. 9. Love The Lost Boys. It's pretty much brother gets bit by a vampire. Little brother's trying to not get eaten by vampires. Also trying to keep big brother from becoming full vampire. While trying to exterminate vampires with his new friends and keep everybody safe. Totally should watch it. 90s, great. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie. Which was, I think, 87, 92, 93. It's somewhere in those years. I have so many favorite movies from that span of years. I love Buffy so much. I'm going to give that one a 9 too. She just kicks so much ass. I was Buffy one year for Halloween. I have the dress in my closet. I have to add to it to make it more movie accurate and like shorten it and stuff, but I love Buffy. And even though his name is Pike in that and not Spike, Luke Perry, rest in peace also. Um, it's just a good movie, so you should go watch that one. I love that one. Hotel Transylvania, okay? I've seen the first four? I've watched the one with the giant octopus on the boat where, like, Jack falls in love again. I hate that one. I give that one a 2. He shouldn't fall in love again. Like, I get, like, that he deserves to, but, like, he was not the type. Not the type. The first one, 9. The second one, 8. The third one, I can't even remember if that's the one I'm thinking it is. So, I don't know. And I refuse to watch the one where Adam Sandler's not in it because he had to deal with Netflix and it was made on Amazon. So, I usually stick to, like, the first 2-ish. You know. The first one's amazing. I love Mavis and Johnny. Love the story between Drac and his wife. It's so sad, but also he loved her so good. Oh, sad. But love that. Family fun for everybody. Love. Underworld, which is... Oh, what's her name? Kate Beckinsale. I hope that's the right person. I'm so sorry if it's not. She's very attractive. Also, the plot is just so good. My brother likes it because of the Batman, because it has buildings like the Batman does. It's not why I like it. I like it for the plot. And she's such a badass. I love that. The only thing is, you watch the first 2 movies and it's with that one guy. You know the guy. Her werewolfy vampire-y guy. You know the one. And then the third one is a recap of the side story that you get in the first one. You don't need to watch the third one. It is not worth the time. I skimmed it because I was like, this is just the same thing drawn out. I guess it technically explains why there's, like, a war, but you get that explanation in the first one. You don't need to drag that out. You did the world building already. And then the fourth and the fifth one have Theo James in it, and I think Theo James is very attractive. Therefore, love those. Also, like, the plot kind of gets a little lost in those last couple, but I really like the Underworld series. I give it 8. The whole thing is an 8. I really like Underworld. We already went over Dracula Untold. Dark Shadows is another Johnny Depp movie. Oh, also, I should probably mention that Underworld is obviously werewolves and vampires at war. Sorry, forgot to mention that because I pretend that you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, and you don't because I live in a very fucked up little place up here. So Dark Shadows is Johnny Depp. He's a vampire. His love died. His second love almost died. It's okay. I give a 4. Not my favorite. Van Helsing was really bad. Hugh Jackman, great actor. Van Helsing, really bad. Dracula's Wives, hot. They're supposed to be like Furies, I guess, kind of, sort of, not really. The side romance is just not good. The girl, main character, dies. I'm like, that's not worth it. She shouldn't have. She was too smart for this shit. And he's just like, ugh, it's just not good. I was disappointed. I give it like a 3. It was bad. It was hard to watch. And then we have the TV movies section. All right, so we have R.L. Stine Goosebumps, which are like the episode-y ones, like Monster Blood and that stuff. Those ones, like the old ones, I like those. There are some that traumatized me as a child, and I have not been able to watch Goosebumps since then. We were supposed to watch it Carving Pumpkins this year, and we did not. We watched Addams Family instead because we were so far behind. But that's like Carving Pumpkin vibes, you know? But I can't watch, I think it was like the one with the dead people picture on the beach. I couldn't watch after, or like a scary ghost in a house, and I was just checked the fuck out. So maybe not for kids, because that one fucked me up. Okay. Say Cheese and Die is the name of one of them. The other one is like Scary House. And it's like a ghost, a gray ghost, purple border and green border. It's a whole thing. Not for kids. The other ones aren't too bad for kids, but bad. But I like Goosebumps. I will rate it a 6 just because I know I like some of them, but some of them really fucked me up, and therefore they cannot be any higher, and I haven't watched them in a while, so safely say 6. R.L. Stine's Mostly Ghostly. There's a whole bunch of those. We have like Mostly Ghostly, which is like Luke Benward, I think, and Madison Pettis, I think. These ones are definitely for kids. So I'm going to give them all a 5 because they're for children. So family scary movies, you know? So Mostly Ghostly, then we have R.L. Stine's Haunting Hour, which I think is the Don't Even Think About It one, which also has that girl from Ant Farm. I think. I might be the wrong girl now. I might be so far off base. But it's for kids. I haven't watched it since I was a kid. So again, a 5. R.L. Stine, Mostly Ghostly, Have You Met My Girlfriend? I think that one has Bella Thorne in it. And it might have Katrina Stewart's boyfriend in it. Now that I think about it, they have very similar faces. I'll have to remember to look that up. Because Katrina Stewart just hard launched her new boyfriend. And I think he might be in that movie based on his face. I'm going to have to check that. Because don't quote me on that. But it looks... The picture I'm seeing in my head, they have the same face, and he has a very recognizable face, so I don't... Maybe I'm just imagining it, though. That's possible. R.L. Stine, Mostly Ghostly, One Night in Doom House is another one of those creepy movies. R.L. Stine, Monsterville, Cabinet of Souls. That one has Dove Cameron in it. Slay. Girl vs. Monster is Olivia Holt. We love Olivia Holt. And Luke Benward. Love. I'm going to give that one a solid 7 because I really liked that one as a kid, and it's really good. And good news, we're almost to the bottom. I'm so excited. So Girl vs. Monster, love. Invisible Sister has Rowan Blanchard in it and Paris Burleck. It's not bad. It's not my favorite. Gonna give it a 5. Invisible Sister, the sister accidentally turns invisible because of a science project, which is not really a Halloween movie, but it's kind of set at Halloween. And Girl vs. Monster is her parents are ghost hunters, and the ghosts get out, and she has to hunt them. Cabinet of Souls is like a circus thing. Night in Doom House, I don't remember. Have You Met My Girlfriend? I don't remember. I just don't remember most of these. And then we have assorted spooky TV shows to watch in the season. So we have Charmed, which is 3 to 4 sister witches. We have Wednesday, which is the Addams Family reboot type situation. Supernatural is Demon Hunters, brothers, family business. Stranger Things, which is set in the 80s, and it's like monsters. There was one I was going to add to that. I don't know what it was, so I'm not going to add it. And then you have different episodes, which it have so many spooky episodes. There are lists online that you can just look up that'll give you spooky episodes, but like we have Ned's Declassified, we have Riverdale, Shake It Up, Sign with a Chance, Sweet Life on Deck, Wizard's Waverly Place, Casey Undercover, Jesse, I Didn't Do It, Good Luck Charlie, Full House, Ghost Whisperer, Friends, Dog with a Blog, Best Friends Whenever, Austin and Ally, Ant Farm, The Mutant Farm. Love those as a kid. Love. Supernatural, Boy Meets World, Stranger Things, Charmed, Buffy, Bones. God, I love the Bones episode. Love the Bones episode. Once Upon a Time, Kicking It. God, I love Kicking It too. And then there are a lot of, for like little kids, we have like Fireman Sam and stuff. Jake and the Neverland Pirates. Max and Ruby, lots of Max and Ruby. It's Phineas and Ferb, Roly Poly Oly, Pup Named Scooby-Doo. Teen Titans Go, What's New Scooby-Doo. Wubsy, Young Justice. I love Young Justice Secret episode. Love that one. Everybody should go watch that one. Young Justice, it's like season 2, episode 19 or something. It's called Secrets. It's so good. I love that one. And there's a lot of Scooby-Doo Halloween movies or episodes. So I think that's all of them. I know that the lighting has gotten dark. The sun is going down. I am tired. There's so many good movies though. So hopefully next year I'll have it in like the chart and that you guys can look at, but I don't have the patience, energy. Was supposed to be doing this more concise. I had like 2 documents. I was like, I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna write thoughts down. I did not. It's just been a busy season. Okay, so that's gonna do it for that. I should probably run this through to make the audio louder because the microphone's not good enough. However, I might not because that makes my computer sound like an airplane, so I'm not sure. But yes, I will see you next week. I'm not sure what my video will be, but I will probably see you next week. If not, it'll be the week after that. Oh, wait, no, I said I was going to do music, right? Did I do music? I did music. I was going to do something. I don't know what my next one was. YouTubers? Was I going to do YouTubers? Did I do YouTubers? I'll have to check because I genuinely don't remember. I don't know. I can't remember. All right. And I'm going to do another one of these for Christmas movies. Just so you know, in advance. I'm going to give out 110 for sure. There's going to be 110 up on that board. And I want you to see if you can guess what it is. Because I might have said it. I might not have. I can't remember. I know I've definitely said it on my Instagram though. So if you're over there, it was on my story a couple months ago. And for a Christmas movie to get watched in August, it's pretty good. It's really good. I love it so much. All right. I think that's it. I was gonna dress up. I was gonna wear my Halloween costume, but I was in the woods with ticks in my Halloween costume today or in part of my Halloween costume today for a photo shoot. Other people. I was helping my mom take other people's pictures, but so I couldn't wear that obviously. But one of my Halloween costumes this year is Shaggy from Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed after he drinks the potion in the fridge and he turns into the girl with the crop top. That's my one of my Halloween costumes this year. I was gonna wear it here and I couldn't. Okay. So I'm gonna hang up now. I will talk to you next week. Probably, most likely, hopefully. I have an idea for a video I want to do, but I don't know, like, rights and stuff. I also said I would do a reaction video, so I should probably do that. I don't know what I'll react to, so give me ideas if you have any. So I need ideas for a reaction video. I need you to guess what the Christmas movie is. Whatever I said before that I already can't remember because I'm tired. Okay. Oh, and tell me your favorite Halloween movie. Or like top couple or whatever you want to tell me. See if there's any that aren't on this list that I should check out. Or something that's here that you were like disagree with or whatever. I like making friends. So I'm gonna hang up now. I'm gonna try to get this up for today. But the sun is going down and I'm sleepy and I just no energy. So I'm gonna hang up now and I will sorry. And I will talk to you next week.